I'd like to offer you a quote from my book, Echoes of an Ancient Dream, Aramaic Toning on the Path of Light, that's very much about waking up, about becoming more somatic, more aware of the sensations, the senses of what we call our body. In Aramaic, that was the word pagra, which actually means corpse. A little different from the haikla, which is the energy body, the temple that Yeshua so often referred to. But there's such denial in the body in so many sort of synthetic quasi-spiritual paths, which, you'd think maybe we would have learned from Buddhism about 4,000 years ago. I guess about 2,500 maybe at this point, but that we would have learned that it's not the ignoring of the body, but rather the embracing, to be able to open ourselves up into those sensations. So I'd like to offer you a little bit quote from Echoes of an Ancient Dream, where I was actually sharing some insight about how I actually wake up on a daily basis to become even more what we would call spiritual, which the funny thing about spirit is that's the word frequency or vibration in Aramaic, rucha. You've heard me speak of it for many, many years now. I said, I very clearly see, much like Yeshua, that true life comes not simply from what is clearly known, but rather, maybe even more so, from the great mystery, from the vast expanse of non-knowing, from the clear, pure depth of what we do not know. We must remain open to those eternal forces which do not fit within our very limited idea of five senses of taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. And I will add into that, you can study for decades. I've learned this not the hard way, just the long way. Study for decades. It doesn't mean you know any more than the day that you started. If there's anything I know, it's that I clearly do not know. And that openness, that spaciousness in my heart allows the consistent evolution of so much more of that cosmic light, so much more of that eternal nature to come through me without all of the dogmatic recognition of the illusions of things like orthodoxies or teachings passed down, and how we somehow become so addicted to those, when the real truth is that I didn't know I was going to do this, but I'm quoting Robert Frost. He said that we all dance around in a circle and suppose, while the secret sits in the middle and knows. We must remain open to those eternal forces. The echoing voice of eternity is not heard with the ear, but rather is felt within the heart. What does that mean? That means, what do you really feel? Really, behind your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't creating anything. Thought is nothing more than the crystallization of your feeling, not to be confused with emotion. Feeling is the sensation of pure frequency, the movement of air on your skin, the sounds around the room. That's what that deep knowing recognition of sensation, that's the true deep inner listening. In truth, even our five commonly accepted senses is a misnomer, as psychology has long embraced 21 or more individual and unique human senses. Yet the fact of only 5 human senses lives on as a modern folklore, just like so many other things of fact. It's incredible to me how much time we can often waste in trying to find something that is actually that which sees through each and every one of us. It's not a who, it's a what. And we'll go into more of that in future videos, quoting some really amazing spiritual masters. Are you awake? Are you sure? I love you all so dearly.